Two sets are in the books. LaSalle taking the first set 25-18, and then an even better set number 2 for them despite a couple of service errors, taking it 25-14 as we take a look at some of the highlights from that previous set.
But that's right, Anton, a more dominant LaSalle on that second set. And UE still missing the numbers from Dawis, from Rosale, even from Caballero. And a lot of errors also for UE. And just, you know, LaSalle, everything working well for them. Their floor defense, you can see the effort even on low balls. You thought that it was a dead ball already, but LaSalle will dive for it. As you can see, LaSalle with 13 attack points, UE with 8, and look at the blocks of LaSalle. 4 block points coming from them because they have played offensive blocking in the second set, and 2 service aces once again. In your errors, so they just neutralized each other with 6 apiece. But LaSalle again has played an offensive game. They were able to run their plays, and even went through a couple of combination plays in that second set.
And what a way to end it.
Oh yes, with that block.
With that offensive block.
Fourth block point.
By Abby Maraño as we enter this do-or-die set for the University of the East. Both teams trying to finish the year with a win. Just 8 days before Christmas, as their next game will not be until January 8th of 2012. Here we go, set number 3. Thank you for joining us on Studio 23 on this Saturday. Anton Ross together with Mosey Ravenna. Aragalang attacks the back row of UE. Ponon, who was inserted by Coach Boy Dalistan in the previous set. Ponon, it's a back set now, and Rosale just doesn't seem to have that lift this year, Mosey.
Plus the speed. She seems slower this year. Well, at least in these games that they played in. It's not Dennis Rosale is not the same in Rosale that we used to see last year.
And this Kite Rosale was actually the 8th best scorer in the UAAP Women's Tournament last year. So really,
and for sure, the top scorer for UE.
Yes, the top scorer for UE. So really a puzzling drop for Kite Rosale.
Although a positive note with the rookie Bulan on that open hit once again, using the blockers for that bounce. Because of power, that ball, oh well, it was touched by Nebrida, so point goes to DLSU.
But the rookie Bulan.
Yes, so much power. Para siyang si Benting, not so tall, pero very powerful.
Esperanza.
Strong start for the Lady Archers.
And this is the best start for LaSalle so far in any set this afternoon because UE was able to stick with them in the first 2 sets in the early going. Rosale.
And the defense is also focused on her. Even if sinabi nga si Bulan, and they're taking care of Bulan and
Nebrida.
I think even Rosale, kahit na siguro hindi masyadong nakakascore si Rosale in this season, pero nandun pa rin yung focus of attention ng LaSalle in their defense against Rosale.
Madel Guevara in the ball game for UE, the other returning player for them.
Now Dizon on the attack error. Not enough lift on that last play.
And now Mary Grace Masangkay comes back in for Abby Ponon. Great start for LaSalle as they try to close this game out and pick up win number 6. But again, the service errors.
Na-jinx yata natin. We kept on mentioning the 15 points again.
In the last game against UP. 15 service aces, but wow. 15 service aces.
I think it's, ako sa akin, yun na yata yung pinakadami so far that I've seen in the game.
All right. right, let's get an update at courtside from the LaSalle side with Tiff Atendido.
Coming into this game, I asked Coach Ramil how the girls would be spending their Christmas break. Well, Coach told me, practice pa din syempre. Ang off days lang namin, December 24, 25, 31, and January 1. Mahirap kasi pabayaan yung mga girls. Hindi yan katulad ng lalaki na pag-break pwedeng mag-gym o mag-basketball. Kilala ko yung mga yan, mall at tulog lang yan. Hindi ko sila pwedeng hayaan sa break, lalo na ongoing pa yung season. Now, adjustments for the third set include positioning of the girls for their floor defense and a reminder to the blockers, huwag niyo sabayan ang spike or magbilang at know your timing. Anton and Mosey, we will be right back.
All right, 8-1. Thank you, Tiff, for that report. We'll try to react on what Tiff just reported when we come back. Keep it right here on Studio 23. Let's take a look at this one more time. That was that Bulan hit, but offensive-minded block there by De La Salle University. Going back to Tiff's report, Mosey, it has always been a topic of discussion because, of course, in the women's volleyball and even the men's volleyball tournament of the UAAP, we have the Christmas and New Year break.
Grabe si Coach Ramil. Talo. Mas marami pa yatang break yung office. Yes, kay Coach Ramil. And Coach, normal lang ang mall and tulog. Kasi mga baby pa tong mga players mo. They have to grow. Well, of course, syempre, tama naman si Coach Ramil. They have to keep in shape. At to stay in shape of coming back after next year. I think our first playing day natin is January 7.
Yes, that's right. That's a Saturday, January 7. And we still actually have 2 more playing dates here to end the 2011 year. On Sunday, that's tomorrow, we have NU versus USD. And then we have Ateneo versus UP in the second game. And on Wednesday, the last day of the UAP Women's Volleyball Tournament for 2011, NU Adamson and then FEU and Ateneo to close out the year. Let's go now to Trishka Echeverri for this courtside update on UE.
Here in the third set, Coach Boy Delistan wants his players to play smarter. He needs them to play more alert and with better presence of mind. Adjustments for this third set were mainly on defense. He asked for better recognition, as what you mentioned earlier, Anton and Mosey. Coach Boy wants them to watch for the movement of the ball and not their opponents. The odds may not be in their favor, but the youth Lady Warriors are united and intent on their goal of putting a better fight and making this a tightly contested set. Anton and Mosey.
Thank you very much, Trishka. Again, we go back to that huddle of Coach Boy Delistan wherein he was telling his players, don't look at the opponent, but rather look at where the direction of the ball is going to after the set.
Kasi ang nawala ngayon is their biggest advantage. You would see them, siguro from time to time, it's there. Yung floor defense nila, kasi that's why they're not able to run their plays. Parang kung ano na lang ang maset ni Ponon or ni Masangkay because hindi na maganda masyado yung second ball. So normally, she will just give it to the open hitter. So pasang-pasa naman ng LaSalle. That's why the block is always there.
Has to start with their receptions. Look at this early Christmas present for Mika Reyes. That time, Maureen Martinez unable to dig that ball up well. Let's go back once again to Coach Boy Delistan.
Hindi naman kahirap ang labanan yan eh. Kaya naman natin pumuntos eh. Ang kalaban nyo, hindi naman sila. Kalaban nyo, sarili nyo eh. Ayaw nyo magtrabaho eh. Puro kayo nakatanga eh. Bakbakin natin yung bola. Huwag natin mabayaan sila umupensa sa atin. Maging agresibo ka. Dumadating ang bola, hindi mo alam kung ano gagawin mo. Magtrabaho kayo. Pakaigan na ganyan isa natin.
Coach Boy Delistan just trying to ignite his players. By the way, Disney on Ice. Let's celebrate this special one-time deal. Get up to 50% off on selected tickets up to December 18. That's tomorrow. Disney on Ice is from December 15 to January 3. Buy your tickets now. Call 911-5555.
Well, just to ice things up here after that huddle by Coach Boy Dalistan.
That was a very heated huddle. So far, LaSalle having their best set and UE having their worst set so far.
Well, again, he said it was really messy inside the court of UE. Things are not running well from defense to offense. Eh, syempre, kung defense yan, yun rin yung matatranslate to offense. Because if you have poor defense, then yun, poor first balls, no plays would run. So, kung ano na lang, tataas na lang yung bola, kung sino lang makakapalo, eh, that doesn't work well definitely for Coach Boy Dalistan.
That was a good chance to set up their offense, but not that one. A joust at the top. That's a violation. Point for UE. Once again, thank you to everybody joining us on Studio 23. Later on, we have what should be an exciting matchup between Adamson University and FEU. Adamson with 4 wins and 1 defeat, while FEU, on the other hand, 2 wins and 2 losses. Excuse me, Adamson only has 3 wins and 1 defeat.
That's right. Santa Cruz smartly just allowing that ball to return back to their court. On Nebrida, risking it. You know, I like this girl, Nebrida. You know why? When she goes for a hit, she will try to not only get a check ball, she will really risk it to touch the line. Yung risk taker siya. So, but, you know, yun naman ang kapalit nun. So, low percentage.
Oh. Dawis just denied there by that double block of LaSalle. The door was just shut on her.
She was just trying to go for a push on the first one, tried to hit the ball on the second, but there were 2 blockers already prepared to take that ball.
Shell Gumabaos, another service error.
Service error on the side, on the green side.
And Coach Ramil giving an opportunity to his other ladies to show their stuff on the court.
And show the other teams.
Oh, yeah.
The bench capability, how deep the bench is for him.
So in for LaSalle, number 4, Carol Ann Cerveza. She's a rookie. And of course, number 9, Carmela Garbin. And Cerveza is the one setting things up for LaSalle here. Now Garbin with a back set.
Oh, and a miss. I was just going to say, now the defense of UE is there. But on that last ball, miscue on the side of the Lady Warriors.
We'll take a break. Let's see if UE can have a miraculous comeback when we return. Once again, I'd like to remind everyone, Disney on Ice, let's celebrate special one-time deal. Get up to 50% off on selected tickets up to December 18 tomorrow. Disney on Ice is from December 15 to January 3. Buy your tickets now. You can call 911-5555. For those of you who don't have an idea yet what to give for Christmas, maybe that could be an alternative or an option.